to I Digress, the ADHD podcast where myself, Ben McGrew, and my co-host, Tatiana Taylor, discuss things and rapidly go off on tangents and discuss other things and maybe get somewhere. We'll see. So for our first topic, and only topic today, we're going to talk about some obscure, lesser-known ways to improve your mental health instead of the stuff that people usually tell you to do. So, our first one is forest therapy, also known as Shinrin-yoku in Japanese, because that's relevant to the topic. And it's a practice that involves immersing yourself in nature, and it's been proven to, promote overall mental well-being and reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. And have you ever experienced anything like that being out in nature? Do you feel like it helps, or does nature stress you out?
There's been a lot of times where I've used nature to kind of escape. I feel like a lot of people who are, especially in big cities, or are always surrounded by people all the time, use nature as an outlet to sort of escape from it all, in a sense. You don't see the bustling cities, you don't have to worry about how you look or what you're doing. You're just out there being with nature. A lot of people, for example, I like to go on walks to kind of de-stress and decompress. Just being outside, especially people in Montana, we don't get enough vitamin D. So I feel like being outside is super important in places where you don't get a lot of sunshine and stuff. And because vitamin D plays a really, really big factor in your mental health.
There are such things as light boxes made for especially people in states like Montana, where we spend the winter trying to not go outside, because if we stay out there too long and we fall over, we'll shatter like a victim of Sub-Zero.
We will literally die within 20 minutes of exposure.
On some days. I mean, I'm not trying to be dramatic, because we have some pleasant winter days that'll fool you into thinking it's spring also. Watch out for those.
We have 8 different false winters.
Yep, but light therapy has been shown to, improve some of the symptoms associated with, seasonal affective disorder, or, seasonal depression as it's known. Aromatherapy. And I know a bad smell can kill my vibe, so why couldn't it improve it? What do you think about that?
Well, I feel like as humans, smell is one of the most important senses to us. You can smell something and it'll bring you straight back to your childhood. And that's crazy. That our brains have that ability. So if we use that in the right way, of course it'll work with your mental health.
You like engineering a virus to kill everyone's sense of smell to make them more depressed?
That is absolutely psychotically evil, and I love it. Hey, doesn't COVID take away your sense of smell?
Well, we don't say that word. The FCC that won't like us.
The FCC won't bother me.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Thank you. Oh, even citing her sources. Do you hear that? A lady of quality here. What about animals, man?
Animals have an crazy sense of smell. Are we still talking about smell?
No, we're just talking about mental health improvement. But and which animals specifically have
You know what's a crazy animal that's been proven to improve mental health?
What's that?
Ducks.
Ducks. I mean, how can you be angry?
Wait.
No one can be angry or sad about
exactly.
Stuff, yeah.
So people will get emotional support ducks, and you can bring them on planes. And
plural have done this and brought them. Multiple people have brought ducks.
Multiple people have service ducks, emotional support ducks. I would just like to disclose that a service animal and an emotional support animal are not the same thing and do not have the same
What's the difference?
So the difference between an emotional support animal and a service animal is a service animal is trained to do a specific task. For example, a person with diabetes will have a diabetic alert dog. That dog is trained to alert for diabetes. While an emotional support animal can be trained to like help you in certain situations, like if you're in emotional distress, they're not typically trained at all. An emotional support animal could be just as simple as a pet. You can have a pet rock and have it be called an emotional support animal.
About cold, I've never heard of cold water immersion before today, but cold water immersion,
Talk about
it's
that.
also known as cold therapy, right? It involves exposing your body to cold temperatures to improve mental and physical health. Studies have shown that cold water immersion can reduce stress, depression, and anxiety and improve overall well-being. I'm just thinking about how pissed everyone I know would be if they were suddenly immersed in cold water. Just like no one's like, oh my god, I feel so much better now. Like I'm just thinking of like the look of sheer anger that I've seen of people who are or fear, alternatively, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like that induces.
we'll need more research on that.
I can speak on the physical. I digress.
Not her. Okay, speak. Can I get a Matt Wicked fucking death metal scream? Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about gratitude? Just being thankful for shit. How could that improve your mental health? That seems made up and fake.
Everybody likes to believe that positivity is a fucking lie, and it's cheesy. But I personally have been using gratefulness and gratitude to significantly improve my symptoms of depression and anxiety. Just being grateful to have just the littlest, tiniest shit is absolutely insane. Like the things it can do to your brain. So like intrusive thoughts. If you're having a bad day and you're stressed out and you gotta come home and there's just a bunch of shit you have to do. Kids gotta go places. You gotta get chores done. You gotta cook dinner still, and you're just absolutely hating life, and you feel like you're at an extreme low point. And it's easy to just ignore doing those tasks or being angry the entire time. And being negative can have such a bad impact on your mental health. So what I do is I choose to replace those negative thoughts with a more positive outlook. So for example, doing dishes, you can, fuck man, I just got home, I gotta do all these dishes, I just worked this long ass shift at my job, you don't want to fucking do dishes. But you get to come home and you're privileged enough to have dishes to even fucking do in the first place. Turn the fuck up. You had food to use those said dishes. Some people have dishes and they don't get to use them because they have no fucking food. Remember, the human asshole can stretch 2.5 feet, which means that you can fit 2.5 raccoons up your asshole.
What's the most random word you can imagine?
Galafophil.
Is that a real word?
No. I sure hope not.
What's the most random real word you can think of?
Dilophosaurus.
Which one is that?
That really, really, really long neck bastard. Do you want to see? I'll pull up a picture of a Dilophosaurus.
I know Apatosaurus, like Brachiosaurus, but you say Dilophosaurus?
I lied. It's like a velociraptor. It's the velociraptor from Jurassic Park that's got the cool ass fins on it. The one that like spits acid in the guy's face. That's a Dilophosaurus.
Oh god, it's real, but it sounded fake. Everyone, thank you. I was like, what? I was like,
we're talking
I feel like I'm
mental
talking
health.
to my 5-year-old cousin. I just got hit with a fucking obscure ass dinosaur that I was not prepared for, and he starts asking me facts.
Random. Oh no.
What about laughter therapy? Do you feel better after this joke of a podcast we put together? Because I sure do. I want to keep doing it. Yeah. If anything, we're just like venting our shit to
oh my God.
the one person who's going to watch
this. Get this. So I'm in this DBT therapy group.
Are you supposed to talk about what goes on? Are you violating HIPAA?
No,
continue.
No. As long as I don't talk about anybody who's there, I'm Gucci. but we were learning about how just faking a smile can improve your mood, and it's been like scientifically proven that like if you just fake smile, you can improve your mood significantly. So I can only imagine the leaps and bounds that laughing alone can do. Because if just like fake smiling can improve your mood, imagine like laughing. Crazy shit. Laughter is like the purest sound a human can make. On Granny.
Inspiring words. My only thing to add to that before we part ways reluctantly is I would encourage everyone to just go to the nearest public place, find a nice crowd of people, and to spread some positivity, just start forcing yourself to fake laugh as loud as possible, and I promise you good things will come. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
We have been